on how to find a job in the UI UX design industry and also as a freelancer as well. So that is the plan for today. We only have 3 students join now. Anyway, we can start. If anyone else wanted to join, I already see there's a message on WhatsApp group chat as well. So they can present as soon as they join. And then let me share my screen 1 second. All right. Okay, so we can start off with someone, only 5 people submitted. So we can start off with, let me see. Nitara, are you ready to present? Hello. Samudi?
Yes, sir, I'm ready.
Okay, so let me give you host permission so you can share your screen and
Okay.
present it to the classroom. 1 second. Nitara, do you have sharing permissions? Sorry, Samudi?
No, sir. No.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I even don't have host permissions, so that is why. Something, can you try now?
Okay.
All right, we can see your screen. You can start off the presentation.
Okay. Sir, first I want to do my presentation. Before I want to tell a little thing for that. There are so many, I do some research there are so many type of travelers in the world. So I made these questions and give my office colleagues to answer that. From their answers, I made this. Um, I give leisure travelers who was doing as a hobby. So in my office, there are some workers uh, have their hobby to doing traveling. So I made this for them, their answers. So this is a business traveling who was working at my office as a photographer and a creative director. So this is answers he is given to me. From that case, I will make my uh, traveling app design. So sure. This is my user persona. First, I do my research and I say lots of people are traveling. In that traveling peoples, there are three major nationalities who travel mostly in the world. From in this case, there are three nationalities. They are Chinese travelers, American travelers, and German travelers. So, in these three nationalities, the traveling mostly travel in Chinese travelers because um, their government also give their support to do and go and travel to another countries, and they want to there are lots of people in China. The China government want to give other to take technology wise what they do, what are the new products in that countries they made. Likewise, then the people go for that countries, then get they got idea what they do. So that's why China give government give contribute to their travelers. So that's why I choose a China person, Chen Yu. This is he's 20 years old. He's a travel photographer and creative director in China. This is his bio. Uh, and there are some personality about him. He's a very extroverted and creative. He's a busy person because he's a creative director. And this is he was so active. Likewise, I made this, and there are some about him another information. What are his goals, his motivations, his pain points, and other things. So. Uh, Now I'll go for my diagram. This is my diagram. First you have to start, then there's a flat slash screen. Then you can onboarding. If you onboarding process, there's a two onboarding process. One is if you have an account, you can log in. Then you have to enter your email and password. If you put the email and password, it is invalid, then you have to go again for the login process. There's another onboarding process. It's a sign up. If you don't have account, you have to sign up and fill out the information. Then you can go for the dashboard. That is my diagram. So now I'm go for my visual screens. These are I do some analyze uh, competitive analyze also about booking.com and TripAdvisor. There I got some these particular information from that. You can see it here. And this is my short works how I make my before I do this how I make this my visual screens. Um, this is my screens, my wireframes, first in logo, then onboarding process. I mostly don't use a lots of informations because I heard from my research, lot of workers told me when the screens are so busy in travel web apps. So then it will so difficult to use them, because they come to they use these traveling apps to their travel as soon and very quickly somehow. So that case, I will choose. I will do a small, simple things, because in it is simple. It's very easy to use. So this is my logo, and I will do my introducing my app. Uh, and this is a login and signing onboarding process page. This is signing. This is my sign up account, and my discover is my home account. So when I go for this, my traveling app name is Trip Vibe. This is my logo. So I choose mainly blue and white colors as my traveling app. Because I choose this cap, and I see, uh, yes, uh, because I choose this blue and white, because blue is most associated with travelers, because blue is giving this type, blue is physiologically wise, it was giving a calm and relaxation when they see the blue color. And white also, that meaning driven. um, White also given the purity, cleanness, and it also given a calm idea for us. So that, and there are some other colors also: green, yellow, orange, and red. So I use that colors for this. Red is given a motivation and activeness. Likewise, green also giving a calmness. So that's why I choose that four colors for this. My web name, or only my app name. So when I click this, I go for my onboarding process. Then this is showing a small brief idea about my app. Then when I click this, then I go for the another slide. This is also telling enjoy your travel experience, where you can give you adventure and best experience from this app. Likewise, I'm telling. So then you can skip, then you can go for the this particular page. Then there is a sign in and sign up process. So if you have an account before before this is use you, then you have an account. So you have to sign in from that. Then you can put your emails and password. Then you can sign in. So in that, before you have no account, then you can go for the sign up process. Then you have to put your full name and email and the password. You can sign up with Facebook, Google, or Apple Store. Then you can sign up. This is my home page. You can here your profile. Then you can search what are the places you want to like. Then you can put here. You can search here. There are some countries I put here, and there are some packages also I make, because I heard from my research, they want to their everything in one factor. When we giving there for package, likewise we get a Singapore city package, then we can have there what are the places you can see, what are the transports you can use for that. Likewise, everything very easy when you choose the packages. And there's a popular categories also. If you don't want package to go, if you want only for use for trips, only for use at hotels, you want only hotels, then you can click this particular uh, particular this, then you can go for that and choose what is the country and what are the best hotels from your amount. So that is from like this way I made it. Then if you like uh, a country or package, then you can put this favorite icon, then it is saved already in this area. So then if you, after you put some favorite, when you go back and see what are you what are you like, the places you put. And if you put, after you put in this favoration, not favoritions, and it is already saved on that, then you can put the notification. Then you put notification, then you get the what are the countries, new countries, sceneries we put this app. And if there is a notification, it's very important when we put, when we book a place in a particular country, when the somehow in dollar rate is increase and reduce. When the in very reasonable common problem is a lot of people put in booking, then they do a small amount of payment. Then after somehow dollar rate is increased, then they have to give more amount before they will idea amount. So that case is commonly have all of travelers. So I gave a small recommendation for that. That is when we book that app, when we book that particular hotel or package, then we give, then you pay a full amount, there is no problem. If you pay a half amount, then when you pay not second payment, then you can payment from that particular the dollar amount. That's why I give my recommend. And this is this is how I made my page. Then there's a home page. You can go again for your home page and favorite and no save page. This is your contact page, and this is profile page, and this is your explorer. So I hope you get what I want to say, my idea, sir. So thank you.
All right, thank you very much. I can see that you have put so much effort on research and also the wireframing and design and everything. So I will, can you go back to your wireframes on top of this, like pencil and paper wireframes?
Yeah, sure, sir.
Okay, can you zoom it in a little bit? Yeah, cool. All right. So you mentioned the competitor applications that you searched are TripAdvisor and what is the other one?
Booking.com, sir.
Booking.com. All right. So what are the,
PLC.
okay, you have written down all the good things and the bad things about these applications. Cool. All right. So when you do the designing, where did you get your design inspirations from? Why did you select this particular typeface and colors and so on?
Actually, sir, I like this blue color and white color because I previously told you there are lots of people going for traveling to relax their mind and to their daily routine to break out. So blue is present sky and the ocean. So it's many travelers experience have for their freedom, like beachside, like that way. So on that particular scene, particular place, they can get freedom, peace, and exploration. And white color also symbolize purity and the cleanness. So like you got often see in the nature landscape like snow, mountains, sandy beach, and clear skies. So white also reflects simplicity for us. So that's why I choose that particular two colors for my main colors in my designing app.
All right. How about the typeface? Any particular reason to select this font?
Uh, I see it's a because I choose that typeface because when I put this app, so I get very interesting when I put this some typefaces. Then I got this one, so that's why I choose that.
All right, all right. So when you do your research and the designing, were there any problems that you faced and how you managed to overcome them during the research phase?
Yeah, there are lots of problems they have, but I try my best to do that. Very, the main thing is that you get you like booking.com. There are so many promotions, banners in their app. Then it is very difficult to travelers to choose what they want to what they want to do from this app. So I refer all these things, and I will on my discovery process I will put only notifications, and I then this in his profile they can set up what they want to see. And if you see banners and promotions things, you can put that on that setting, then you can don't want to see that, then you can put a switch, then you can reduce that also. So that is my opinion what I do for that.
All right. All right. I can see you have created reusable components and everything as well. So overall, this is a really good work. So I will add some feedback on our Google Classroom, your submission. So you can fine tune your design and add this to your portfolio as well. So do you have any questions to ask me regarding any technical issues you faced when using Figma or anything?
Yes, actually, I have. When I making the sign up and sign in component set, then so you told me to previous class sessions when we color change. When you click this, then the color was changed. But
Mhm.
it happened to me before I made in the component set when I see that. But when I connect this the frames like um, signing is connect to this page,
Yeah.
then it not show. uh, that
All right.
is my only question, and I try my best to recover it, but I can't do that.
All right, so let's do something like this. When everyone else present their designs, I will give you small time to everyone to come up with their problems they faced. So we will do it in the class. So I can show it to you on my Figma file, and you will get an idea about how to create a component and use it in designs as well. Is that
Oh,
okay?
okay, sir, thank
All right.
you.
Thank you very much. It's a really nice design. So I will add some feedback on Google Classroom. Thank you.
Okay.
How about uh, Tarisha?
Yeah, hold on. Let me share my screen.
Okay, Samudi, you can stop sharing your screen.
Sir, I have sent a request.
Yeah, I accepted it. You can share now.
Is it visible now?
Not yet. I think you have to share again.
Okay, hold on. Can you
Yeah,
see?
yes.
Okay. Um, is there a way I can mind you? Good morning. Uh, sir, is there a way I can hide this, my, wait, hold on, sorry.
Background, is it?
Yeah, just like this.
You have to click on the green icon and maximize it on right-hand side top on the window.
Okay, but so my app, travel app, let me start. My inspiration for my app was female. Basically, what I noticed is, even for me, almost 80% of travel decisions are made by women, whether they are traveling with partners or families or friends or as a group. Um, so my concept for the app was basically creating a mobile app to empower Sri Lankan girls and women by serving as a trusted travel companion. Uh, because when I was going through book travel TripAdvisor and bookings.com, they were very generic. So when I was picking locations, going through stuff, I didn't feel like it was personalized towards my choosing. And when I kept on asking my friends also, they felt there are certain things in the app that was not useful as a woman. So that is why I wanted to create an app centric around women, Sri Lankan women, and even foreigners traveling in Sri Lanka. So my key features were the app will offer safe and personalizing and enriching travel experience within Sri Lanka. It will provide local travel trips, safety guidelines, and resource specifically tailored for female travelers. And also, the app will assist female foreign visitors to Sri Lanka by offering them reliable information on safe travel routes, cultural insights, and accommodation, ensuring a secure and enjoyable journey throughout the island. Those were my key features. So my idea for the app is called Her Trails. And the tagline was your safe travel guide across Sri Lanka. So for the logo, what I used were very feminine colors. For the logo motif, I brought in the travel bag and also brought in a motif of the Sri Lankan map, just to give a sense that this app is for traveling around Sri Lanka. Then when it came to brainstorming and questioning, I created Google Forms and shared with a few friends. Some of the questions that I asked were, how often do you travel within Sri Lanka? What type of travel do you prefer? On an average, how long are your trips? So forth, I asked a few questions from them. Then these are the responses I got. As you can see, then I compared the apps, and this is what I realized. In Sri Lanka, most women use platforms like Bookings, TripAdvisor, Airbnb, Google Reviews, and even social media platforms for their travel plans. But the platforms are used for these four things. One is to book accommodation, finding things what to do, arranging transport, and deciding where to eat. Those are the generic topics in all these apps. So this tends to apply to both local for locals and foreign women visiting Sri Lanka. The current platforms like Booking and TripAdvisor offer a wide range of options, but do not always prioritize safety, which was something that even in the research phase, some things that came up. So safety as a significant concern is for women travelers, and especially accommodation, and reviews sometimes don't match the reality when leading into uncomfortable and unsafe situation. So the aim is to of my app is to focus on safe, personalized, and enriching travel experience, especially for women. Provide a verified and reliable information about their accommodation, activities, and transport. Ensure women can travel confidently and safely throughout Sri Lanka. And by addressing these unique safety concerns and preferences, our app will offer more tailored and trustworthy travel experience compared to the existing general purpose platforms like Booking, TripAdvisor, and Google Reviews, etc. That was the competitor analysis. So according to that, then I created a user persona about a brand manager, Nimashi, who, oops, sorry, hold on. I'm just trying to do this. She's independent, adventurous, and who loves to travel. She works for a telco company, and she's a busy professional. She has a busy professional life. She holds a degree, and also she loves to read, she likes to cook, and she likes to unwind, go to the beach, take trips, and basically disconnect from her routine. So that's about my the person I chose. Then her goals and motives. Her goals and motives are to explore new destinations within Sri Lanka that are safe and women friendly, to find accommodation and experience that matches safety needs and preferences, to discover authentic local experience such as cooking classes or unique culinary experience that align with a passion for cooking. Also to read travel guides and reviews that are reliable, that is geared towards traveling, even if she's traveling alone. That is her goals and motives. Then when it comes to challenges and pain points, one of them were finding a trustworthy information about safe accommodations and travel experience tailored specifically for women, ensuring that the accommodation or the experience she books matches the online description and the photos. Another thing is navigating unfamiliar places by feeling secure, especially when traveling alone or with less crowded locations. Relying on a general purpose travel app that often lacks on a focus on safety or don't cater for unique needs for female travelers. So those were some of the challenges that this user comes across. When it comes to technology use, she uses Booking, she uses TripAdvisor, Airbnb, Google Review, and also frequently checks social media apps, and also values user-friendly apps that are with clear information with intuitive navigation. So the app needs are a travel companion that offers a verified, safe, enriching travel experience that's specifically for women, reliable safety reviews and recommendations tailored to solo travelers or for a group of women, personalized suggestions for things to do, places to eat, accommodation based on her travel preference, features that provide sense of community that users like stories or trips from other female travelers to feel more connected with the information. And this user likes brands like Google, TikTok, Zara, Amazon, and Apple, etc. So that's the information of my user persona. This was the empathy mapping. So basically, focus on the user's thoughts and emotions during traveling. Hold on. Sorry. So what she thinks and feels during this time is excited, overwhelmed, worried, safe, worried, then worried about safety, planning. Those are the things and feels. What she sees are travel apps, socials, and information from family and friends. What she hears is dangerous travel stories, news, and recommendations. And what says and does is asking friends for tips, likes to be organized, works on a travel itinerary. So that is the empathy mapping about my user. Then the user flow is basically a start, that's the downloading app as the first stage. Then we go on to the onboarding. Then sign in. If it's yes, we go directly to the dashboard. If it's no, we sign up. So that's the user flow. I will next show the app. Hold on. So this was the link to my Figma link I have attached. Let me just go through it. Hold on. So as you can see, this is my low fidelity wireframe. Can you see it, sir?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. Then let me just go back to the presentation. This is the mid fidelity wireframe. And just to give you overall the why I chose the colors and special shapes, I'll just go back to the app in a while. Basically, I picked colors pink and slate. Pink is associated with feminine traits and such as softness, kindness, and nurturing and compassion. Slate color embodies professionalism, reliability, sophistication, offering balance and a natural feel. You will see in the app, I have used a circle shape. That is to represent that it symbolizes a sense of closeness and community, much like a group of women coming together to support and to connect. So this is the app that I created. This is the look and feel. This is just a screen grab. I'll go to the Figma file in a second. As you can see, I have the screen, the first slide. Then I have 3 dashboards, and then I have the login, sign up, and the onboarding, 3 slides, login, sign up, and the dashboard. Let me just go back. As you can see, I have used the circle. That is why I have given the reason on the previous slide. I will now go to my Figma file again. Sorry. Oh no. So this is my splash screen in the mid fidelity section. This is the onboarding one where I thought the image, the 3 dots and some copy with the back and the next button. So that will have information about the app. Then the third one is where we start. So I added get started. And then the login page will have the email password. And in case you forget the password, then if you can also log in with your social media links. Then for the sign up, I've added the logo, some dummy text, as you can see in the visual. And when it came to the dashboard, this is my look for it, where we had the cards. So this is my look. These are the colors I have used. I will now play the preview. Hold on. So this is the landing page. So when I click, this goes to this first one. Then if I want next, where this gets highlighted, then there's a little bit of, I put some graphics. So there is some movement in the circles. So this talks about finding your destination. So if they want to go back, there's a back button. Then next, the third slide, where there's a back button, and then we say get started. So I have highlighted this also, this button. Then from here, we have the login, we have the logo, login details. Then if someone comes here to the email address, it gets highlighted. Then password, login, and then even the social media logos, I have put a little highlight so that when the cursor hovers around it, there is a small change. Then when you go to sign up, there is the same kind of tone is kept throughout the app. Then we go to sign up. Then this is our dashboard. So dashboard, I have added a profile space. The name comes with a welcome, the notification. There's a search bar. Then as the top destinations, they can scroll and check depending on the location. So here it will be top destination like Gaul, things that are trending. Then when they click on it, it will say find out more. So this I have highlighted it. Then at the bottom, there are tours, attractions, accommodation, eat and drink, community. So there is a bar in the middle. Then for a quick view to see what's happening in Sri Lanka, there'll be another scroll which is going vertically. Earlier one was horizontally. This will be going vertically for a quick scroll to see what's happening, like what are the deals, the bookings. So they can come here and book now. So I highlighted this as well. So this scrolls up. Then when it comes to the navigation bar, so I have put some color. When you click the home or wish list, there'll be a color that comes. So this is like a basic look of my prototype of my app. Hold on. A second. Yeah. So that is the basic app design that I have done for female-centric travelers who are coming to Sri Lanka, whether it's Sri Lankan or foreigners. Thank you. Hope it's clear.
Yeah, thank you very much. I can see that you have put so much effort into research as well as designing, even the wireframes.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, what are the problems that you face during is there any technical problems during your research phase or in the designing phase?
Yes, so there were a few technical things that I actually I had to do some YouTube learning. Like for example, you said about components. I created components. Hold on, let me just, how do I go back? Give me a second. So as you can see, I created different components for my app. And what I've noticed is, for example, like say tours and attractions, if I want to put a line, like so that when the cursor hovers around, there is a line also to appear. Do I have to do like another components, individual components for everything? Like I didn't know the technical side, how to do those.
Yeah, yeah. So actually, when you create the components, can you go back to your component page?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
these are some of the components I created. So for example, the one that I'm talking is, hold on, where is it?
So the thing you can do is now, for an example, when you have the menu item, you want to put a line when
Yeah,
users hover over it, right?
yeah,
So you can create basic two elements. For an example, let's say I will show it to you after everyone present
right,
it to. So
yeah,
right now, you can create two components, and based on two components, you can create another component, say. So that is
right,
how we normally do. So I will show you an example after everyone complete their
right.
presentations.
Okay, so the basic idea I understood of creating an app, I even looked at the websites that you gave when it came to looking at the font size. So I have added the screen. I
Yeah,
particularly chose a sans serif font so that it's clear for my app. And the color usage I have explained in my presentation.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's about it, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much. Actually, it is really nice. I think you most of you don't haven't had any experience when you come into this course, but I can see that there's a lot of improvement in your design and even the color selection and the rationale behind it. You have given good reasons for selecting these colors. So this is a good presentation, and also I will add some feedback on our Google Classroom, and you
Yeah.
can improve your design based on that and add to your portfolio when you
Okay.
apply for a job.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
One more thing, sir.
Yeah.
Just want to know, like, also, how do we add, like, for example, search, how does that work? Like, just a little bit of information, if you can tell us, like, how does it work? Like, in the
Y-
sense,
Yeah, I will give you an example. So we actually have to create components with different states. For an
okay,
example, in the search bar, when you click on a search, the cursor will appear. Then we
right,
type something else. We have to create another state for that. And for the
right.
search result, another state. So that is
Okay,
how we do it. I will give you an example as well.
okay. Thank you, sir. Okay,
Okay,
I'm
thank you.
stop sharing.
Okay, cool.
Done.
All right, let's Netara, can you present your designs?
Yes, sir. Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. You
Okay,
can
sir.
you can share your screen and
Okay, sir.
take us through your presentation.
Sir, can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see your screen.
Sir, I don't have a presentation. I'm gonna present in Figma itself. Is that okay, sir?
Yeah, no worries. As
Okay, sir.
long as you can take us through your design thinking process and the
Yes. Okay,
wireframes
sir.
and everything, that is okay.
Okay, sir. Good morning, everyone. I'll be presenting the concept and the ideation, the wireframes, and some UI design aspects of the concept design I have created. Uh, I'll be presenting in Figma itself since I don't have a presentation. So before I dive into the presentation, I'd like to mention that this is my first time creating and presenting a concept design, and I'm excited to share my ideas with you, sir, and look forward to your feedback. So, in an era where travel has become more accessible and personalized than ever, Leave Art stands out for offering an intuitive and engaging platform that not only meets the needs of today's travelers but also anticipates their desires. As you might have noticed, Leave Art is travel spelled backward, which is, I thought it would be a creative aspect I can add to my concept design. Uh, my concept focuses on creating a seamless, user centered experience that turns the journey into as much as an adventure as the destination. So, first, I'll talk about my wireframes. Uh, I directly created the wireframes through Figma without drawing it on paper. So, these outline the app's basic structure, focusing on a clean and simple navigation system. I have added the basic components and the buttons and where the illustrations or pictures will be added. Um, so I have added the splash screen and 4 onboarding screens and the sign in and the sign up and lastly the dashboard. So I've added it's not a complicated wireframe. Um, so if I go to the design, this is my design for my travel app. As you can see, the color palette I have used is a more of a subtle color, like purple, green, blue, and white. It's more of a pastel color than the normal purple and green and blue. So purple, I used purple because it often associates with creativity, luxury, and calmness. So it can give the app a unique and premium feel, especially if you're targeting a younger, more creative audience. And green, I used because it's linked with nature and relaxation. So this color could work well uh, in the travel app because it focuses on eco-friendly travel, outdoor adventures. And blue, I used blue because it associates with trust, stability, and calmness. Uh, and white, I used because of its simplicity. So now I'll show the preview of the app.
So first, this is my splash screen. I've added a small animation, which is good. And when you tap on it, it takes you to the onboarding screen. This is my first screen. So when you press on the next button, it takes you to the other screen. I have added an sliding animation here as well. As you can see, these are my onboarding screens. And when you press get started, it takes you to the sign in page. I'm sorry, sir. This part doesn't show in my preview. I'll show it in a bit. This is my sign-in page, and you can enter your email and password. I've also added a forgot password and also the social media icons. So if you don't have an account, you can press sign up and it will take you to this page where you can create an account. You can add your email, name, password, and you have to confirm your password and you have to sign up. So when you sign up, it takes you to the dashboard, the main home page. I've added the profile and I've also welcomed using my name and the main heading and the search bar where you can search where you want to travel. And I've also added explore locations where it's categorized as all popular, recommended, and most visited. uh, I've added these two countries, Vietnam and Italy, for most popular because that's what it said in Google. And for categories, I've used mountain, beach, camp, and skiing. So the user can easily choose where they want to go. And um, I've also added like the home button and a favorites, and also a location and the calendar button, so it can they can easily find their way around the app. So we go back. So if we go back, I've in the dashboard, uh, I've added search bars and buttons. I've added the menu, which consists of a home button and favorite button and all. And in the create an account, I've also added some animations here and there together. And for the colors together, these colors create an inviting palette. I mainly chose these colors so I could give the users a relaxing and adventurous travel experience. So yes, that's all I was ready for today's presentation. Thank you, sir.
All right. So I have a few questions to ask you,
Yes, sir.
particularly regarding your research base. So
Yes.
who are your target users?
My target users are mostly the young generation, sir, because I've researched that most of the travelers are mostly young people now. So I wanted to create like an exciting and adventurous concept that so the young people uh, might like the concept of my design. So yes.
Okay. So what are your research sources?
My research sources was mostly Google, and I've asked a few people as well what they think about my design and what are their favorite travel apps. Mostly said TripAdvisor because it is one of the most popular travel apps. But they said it's very complicated because they are very it's very complicated with the buttons and the screens and all. So I thought of making a very simple yet eye-catching design. Yes.
Okay. So have you done any competitor analysis? And if yes, what are the competitors that you searched for?
I didn't do a competitive analysis, sir.
All right. All right. Okay. Thank you for your honesty. And also, it is a really good design. But when you do the design, when you put these designs in your portfolio, you
Yes,
should
sir.
write a case study. So in the case study, what
Okay.
recruiters are looking for is overall, like when you start with a design or a research space and everything, you have to put in this case study. So I invite you to write a case
Yes.
study for this particular project. You can do a questionnaire, or you can do some put some screenshots of your Google search or even computer analysis and everything. And when you add this to your portfolio, it will give you more value rather than adding some
Okay.
splits. Yeah. But
Okay, sir.
overall, this is really good design. You did the wireframes and you followed the process. Only the research pace is not there. But I will
Yes.
add some feedback to Google Classroom. Do you have any questions regarding
Yes,
research
sir.
pace?
I have
Yeah.
a technical issue.
Yeah.
In the sign in and sign up page,
Mhm.
uh, when I preview it, sir, it
The
doesn't
image.
show. Yeah, the
Okay.
image and the header doesn't show, sir.
All right.
I
All
don't
right.
know
So
why.
yeah, maybe it's not inside that particular frame. So I will go through it after the final
Okay,
presentation.
sir.
I will give you some time.
Okay, sir.
All
Thank you,
right.
sir.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. The final presentation, Maria, can you present your design?
Yes, sir. I will share. Can you see my screen, sir?
Yes, we can see.
Okay, here I present how I started on this project. So I highlight key things about the description and get starting with collecting the main topics and starting with the user stories. Here's the main idea is most of the time we are searching a destination before using the travel apps, getting a Google search or saying multiple YouTube videos about the places and what can we can do those things. After that only we navigate to the and see the travel using the travel experience app. So for my idea, gathering those problems as a list of things and the solutions. After that, I plan to getting the main idea about the traveling app is we can get the whole thing in the a single app for travel experience based on a personalization with the person based on the vibe with getting the advanced filtering so that we easy to use without using YouTube or Google search. Like we only can using the traveling app make a good decision and um, so that we reduce the time to spend this searching and getting suggestion for all the things. Based on that, I gathering some problem on my research that was choosing a travel destinations. So I put a advanced filtering service on trip planning based on the traveler preference and lack of activities information. So travelers said the like and dislike activities on that app will show the option on the needs. After that, another problem is planning difficulties. So that if we, some travelers are share can able to share the suggestions or they can put a comments or what they will do on that. Different travelers will um, see their comments and getting idea on that and shared land trips. So we can users are upload or they will share their memories on the specific travel experience app. So in my case, my traveling app's name is a Vibe Guider. So um, after that, I what kind of advanced filterings are can available on the my app. So I list down those things here. After that, I put questions. It's a one-to-one. So I work with my friend. So I gathering the information based on her um, traveling experience and traveling habits. She mostly travel 2-3 times as 1 year, and he put on the same face the same problem that he most of the time they take a lot of time to take decision. So this is the perfect place or those like that. So based on that, I asking different questions and gather the informations. After that, in the computer detail, I choose three main booking.com and TripAdvisor and Airbar. And also getting the company analysis on just putting this sketching paper on my screen, and after that I create a user persona and flow chart, and before I presenting my design, I have to show the how I uh, starting with the planning the logo designer. So this is name of my app, Vibe Guider. So the logo based on the connection of name um, and logo one. The uh, Vibe Guider logo journey from the darkness. So light using the cave and theme and the bright road. So these are the main components of my logo, cave and road, the connection with the bike rider. So here I put in my sketching for a reference. I choose my colors based on the orange color, and what kind of I present the code colors on what kind of colors are choosing for my app. Um, and the size and font size was the set. So after that, presenting I sorry, I only have the time to getting on those decisions, so I didn't complete the I Fility frame, but I only able to do the uh, sketching and mid-way frame only. So I just present the yeah. So this is the starting flash screen. After that, I just putting some animations. Either plan to do the animation, but I didn't getting time. So this is how it starts. That's it, sir. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. You have done quite a good research and haven't had much time to complete the design, is it?
Yes.
Okay. So I have few questions to ask you. So when you do your research, were there any practical problems that you came up with and how you managed to solve them?
Most of the time, I focus on the different uh, every getting the research. Lot of uh, travelers apps are here in the platform, but uh, uh, they have specialized apps also are there. So I getting the time to take a decision how it's connected. So in the one particular single app, it's very hard to take that decision. So,
All right. Can you zoom into your wireframes a little bit on top of the wireframes? Further up, I'm sorry. All right. Yeah. Move to it right. Okay, cool. All right. So you mentioned about the color selection. Why did you select the typeface as Times New Roman?
Uh, for professional kind of.
All right. Actually, Times New Roman, we are using it when we write research literature or something like that. In UI, we don't normally use Times New Roman if it is a specific case where we want to create a website to, let's say, for a news agency or something, we can use that font. But I invite you to add some other font, something new, some new fonts from Google. So I mentioned to add fonts from Google as well. So try to add some different font. It will give you a better design aesthetics to your
Uh,
designs. Is
okay.
it clear?
Okay.
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 And
Thank you.
also, when you get time, please complete the design and send it to update the link on Google Classroom so I can go through your designs and give some feedback as well.
Of course, sir. Thank you.
All right. All right. So, do you have any practical problems when you try to design this using Figma?
I little bit of getting shading this
All right.
one, and I have another question, sir. If we add there's a lot of seeing the animated one, the moving these
Mm.
pictures, or say asking something, or so on that particular actions, how we do.
Yeah. So the easiest thing that you can do is select Smart Animate on Figma options. But if you want some custom animations, you can have to create frames separately and bind them together. So I will give you an example as well.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
All right. Is there anything else you want to ask?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
So I'll stop the sharing.
Yeah. Now I will give some time for you to ask the questions you had. We can start off with Samudi. What were the issues that you mentioned uh, when you try to design this using Figma?
So actually, my problem is when I made a component set, then
Yeah. Can you
colors
share
will
your
change.
screen and
Yeah,
can,
sure.
yeah, it will be easier for everyone else as well.
So you can see my screen.
Yeah, yeah.
This is my problem, sir. Um, when I make this component, sign in, sign up like way,
Yeah.
then it color is changed when I click this. But
Mhm.
when after all component made and after all this, then I going to connect each screens, each is right. Then I have no see the color change, only clicking.
Okay. Can you go to your button component?
Yeah, sure.
All right. These are the colors. So I requested a screen remote control. Can you allow me to control your Figma file?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so when you click on one of these, okay, you have added the, okay, let's add a screen and add a button and see. Okay, this is the issue you have, right? It's not
Yeah.
changed. Okay. So you have to select while hovering in here. So it will change, it will make the change. So let's play it again.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you select on click, it will appear only on click. So for an example, can you play your prototype? Not this
Sure.
one, the one you created.
Yeah.
All right. So when you click on this, now sign in is working because I have added mouse over effect. Now you have to add mouse over to every other button. So that will fix your issue.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
All right. Is there anything else?
No, no, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. You can stop sharing your screen. Right, next, Harisha, what was the issue you mentioned earlier?
Hold on, so I'll share the screen. Can you see my screen?
Yeah,
I just have a few questions. One is, sir, if you are actually doing this for real, like if I'm developing it for real, and this part where we put the email, what do we give the developer? Basically, as a UX designer, we just do only the design part. And all of this, the developer will edit, or we have to give that information as well? Is it? How does it work in
yeah.
real?
Actually, it is UX designer's responsibility to create these buttons or the form inputs in all its states. For an example, we just can't give them this state and ask him to create other states because we all know how the designs will look like if developers have to create designs. So it's your responsibility to create these components with different states. So for an example, uh, let me share my screen. What are the other questions you have so I
Uh,
can
yeah,
help?
so that basically, sir, I just want to understand how this login works. Like from a UX designer, what else? Like if I'm to make this a real, like
Yeah,
for example, how does this email work? Like how does the password work? Like how the practicality of it, that knowledge, that.
yeah,
And I would like to know also when it comes to social logins, where does it connect to? What do you put a link to that icon, or how does it work?
yeah,
Then also when it comes to the dashboard, for example, when you're adding a component and we are putting variants, different variants for each component, for example, like I asked before, basically this is the navigation bar and I scroll on top, this gets highlighted. If I
mhm.
want to add a line, does that mean for everything do we add a component or variant, or does it go as one unit? How do you change that?
Yeah, yeah. So let me share my
Okay.
can I take control over your screen or is it
Oh,
okay
yeah.
if I share?
Yeah, it's okay.
All
Wait,
right,
I just stopped sharing. Let me share again. Hold on. How does that
all
work,
right.
sir?
Yeah, let me request the control.
Okay, approve. Uh, Open. Do you have?
So I think it will be easier if I share my screen and I will take a screenshot. Can you
Oh,
move your design a little bit to the middle?
hold on. Is this clear?
Yeah, zoom it in a little bit.
Oops. The phone doesn't allow me. Shall I
All right.
just grab a screen grab and send, or is it easy?
No, I will take a screenshot. It will be easier. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, let me share my screen now. All right. The first question you ask is how the form will work and how you should create create different components, form components. So the first thing, I will create a few components for the email option. So the password or any other, the first name, last name, or the field will look the same. So let's create a component for this one. Hello at, and then we are going to put it inside a frame. And let's call this input and add a fill color. And the text color can be something different. I'll put auto layout because if the content inside it changes, it will change automatically. And add some padding, horizontal padding, vertical padding, and add some border radius as well. So this is the default state. Let's say for an example, uh, when users log into a website or something, so this is the default state that we are giving. So this is not actual text, this is a placeholder text.
Yeah.
So placeholder text means now in Google itself, they have this placeholder text right here.
Correct.
So when you start type in something, it will change. So we have to create all these states in our input element. So I will create them right here. So let's say this is default. And this one is active. So on the active state, I want my text to be changed. Let's say for an example, I'm typing an email address. Hello at gmail.com. So this text should be 100% black color. And also I want to add a border when users click on it. I will change the background color to some other color. Okay, this is my default state and this is active state. And also I can create another state. Let's say active when users typing something, it will look like this. Gmail. And on the active state, it will look like this. And I'm going to remove the background stroke. So this is when they typing, and this is when they finish typing. So it is no longer active, but I will rename it as typed. And we can create another state called inactive. In the inactive state, so this is after someone typed their email address. So in the inactive state, we can reduce the opacity like this. So those are the 4 states of my email input button. So now I have to create a component by using this. You can see now the width of these elements are not similar. So you have to make sure the widths are similar. So this one, I don't have any content up here. That is the reason. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type 2 more text right here. Or I can type the whole email address, hello at gmail.com, like this. Select all 4 and create a component, create component set, input. We have inactive, active, default, and type. And then we head to our prototype section and select this inactive button. When users click on it, we are going to show on tab, we are going to change it to active typing. So after they typing, I'm going to add this one on tab again, change to type. So we don't use inactive in here. So when you put it inside your frame or the frame that you created, the mobile app or whatever. So let's change the background color of this one. Go to assets and select this input right here and paste it here. So when a developer want to grab the code for this particular element, let's play the prototype first so you will get a better idea. Now it will have different states. When users click on it, it will change its states to typing, and after typing is completed, and so on. So when developer want to grab the code, he can quickly go to this developer option right here, developer mode, and get the code for it. So the component instances it has. So these are the main CSS code. So width is this much, the height is this much, the colors we used are these, and everything will be there. So, and then we have other properties here. This is property 1. This is inactive. This is active typing. So he can grab the code for all of these just by clicking on this particular component. So that is how front-end developers can get the code for the elements that you have designed, the components. Is it clear?
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Got it.
So the second question was regarding these Google and
Yeah.
social media buttons, right?
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about the code much because when front-end developer implement it in their code, the social media providers, Google, Facebook, X, or whatever, they are providing particular code
Okay.
for you to sign up. So they can just code it on their front end code. So you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to link them to anywhere. Just leave it and give some instances like you did. When hovering over, we can change the color and so on.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
Third one was, what was the question again? I'm sorry.
So when you in the middle menu bar, when that little row that has copy, say
Yeah,
tours and
right
attraction,
here.
yeah,
Yeah,
it now say that when the cursor hovers over certain word, it gets highlighted. Say
yeah,
I want a line to come below the word also to get highlighted in a different color or something like that. Does that mean I have to create a line and create a component for the line?
yeah.
How?
Let me show you how we can do it. So let me create a link. So this is the default link you have right here.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm going to create another link. This one, I'm going to make it highlighted with the color that you have selected here. Let's use this color. All right, let's first use this one, and I'm going to create a frame around it and name it as link. And I want my link to have a stroke. So it is not visible in the beginning, but when someone hovering over it, it will be visible. So this
Yeah.
is the link. And then I'm going to create another component by using the same design. So the background color, the color of that will be the color you have here. This
Oh,
one. And this one also have the same color. All right, the first one, I don't need the stroke actually. It is a normal link. So I'm going to remove reduce the opacity and leave it like this. So these are the two links I have. Now I'm going to create a component by using these two links. Go back and create component set and link. This is a default and this is I'm going to call it active. So when you use this in your designs, let me create a frame. Go to that as asset section, and we have link right here. So we have to link the prototype, link in the prototype. So when users hovering over this, while hovering, it will change to this particular state. So now I have it right here. This is the first link I have. This is the second link, third link, 4 links. I have 4 links. 3, 4. And I'm going to keep them right here. And then if I play my prototype, so it
All
will
right.
change
Okay.
colors like this.
Yeah.
So you can change the text content to whatever the content you like. Let's say this one is login, and you can change the content, but the design will be there. So for an
Uh,
example,
so I think what I tried to do is I didn't realize that you can put a stroke only to the end. What I did was I tried to draw a line under the
oh,
word,
yeah,
and
you
then
can't actually, if you draw the line, you don't have any control to
correct.
control the length of it.
Yeah.
So the thing you have to do is put a stroke to the frame that you have created. So that is how you can accomplish that.
Right. Another question, sir, I have now in my prototype, but you earlier wanted us to create a scroll horizontally. So I created that. Then there was an option on that prototype where you can scroll vertically.
Yeah.
So I added that. So for it to scroll up, I added a white patch under a layer so that the scroll button is like when you zoom, like scroll up so that it doesn't go over the horizontal card set that I've already done. Is that how you do it, or is there other ways of doing it?
That basically that is how you have to do it. So
Right.
because when you're scrolling over, most of the time, if you don't have your uppermost element on top, so we have in CSS we call Z index, Z index. So that means now in Word also you have elements in, let's say I will give you an example. So let's assume that this part is your uppermost elements, and this part is the one you have the vertical scrolling implemented. So most of the time, if you scroll vertically, this one will go on top of this.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
in order to avoid that, what you have to do is you have to make this come forward. So we have an option called bring to front. So make
Correct.
sure it is the uppermost layer in the Z axis of your
Right.
device.
Okay.
So
So
you have
that,
to,
so that means whatever design we do, if we have sections that are paralleling over the other section, it's a matter of putting a square or something to block that. Correct?
yeah, but also when you do the designs, let's say for an example, for this upper part, it is a good practice to create a background color for that particular part inside your frame. So, by doing that, you can do the same thing. So you can put that as uppermost element, and all the other things are come under. So it won't affect your scrolling. So if I give you a quick example, so it will be easier, I think. All right. So let me copy your design from Google Classroom. This one, right?
Yes, sir. I think, sir, you took the prototype link. There is a Google Figma separate link.
Darsha, can you give me edit permission? I just sent a request on your Figma file.
Approve.
All right. Now this is your screen. Thing you mentioned is you have added a background color in here. All right. So this is the scroll area, vertical. So let's see what happens if you don't have this background color right here.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, yeah. So in order to avoid that, the thing that you did was right. So I
Okay.
was, yeah, you have to put a background color to this particular part, the white color part that you already have.
Okay, okay.
Or there's another thing that you can do. Let me see if it is possible here. Create BG card. And there's an option called clip content right here. So if you switch it on, it is same issue. So clip content won't work. Yeah, that I will look into it. The thing that you did is the normal way that I also do it. If there's
Okay.
any shortcut or any other way, I will let you know.
Okay. Another one more question, sir.
Yeah.
Sorry. Just to ask you now, for example, as you can see in the card section, we add images, no? What if
Yeah.
we want the images to have like a slideshow where the images move? How does that happen? Like,
Image automatic slideshow, is it?
yeah, no, like for example, now if I'm looking at the app and I see this first card, and
Yeah.
on the first card, I see this first image, but I still haven't clicked on it. There is the image is only moving on it. Like this
Yeah.
is like fading out and going into another image. How does that work?
All right. You mean you want to create a slideshow, is it?
Like basically when you're looking at an image, there's another image appearing.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So in order to create a slideshow using Figma, what you can do is I'm going to create a card right here. So I'm going to use the same images that you have. Okay, let's use one of your cards. It will be easy. Okay. Now we go to prototype and go to interactions. And then I'm going to go to after delay. I want to change this one to this. And again, after some delay, this one to this. Again, after some delay, this one to this. And finally, this one will change to this. Okay, if I put it inside a frame, so I have added the animation. Now let's play the prototype. Interactions on tap is correct. creating a frame. Okay, we have to create a component for that. So I will first create a component. It will be easier. Select all these and go in here and select create component set. Okay, you have created groups, not frames, right? So that is the thing. Okay, let's say this is our first frame and image one goes here. So I'm going to get an image from my internet. Right here. That is my first image, and I have second image. Go back. Image. Second image. Let's create another one. Third image. All right. So now let's say these are our slides.
Yeah.
I'm going to select all three. Image one, image two, image three. Let's rename this 1, 2, 3. And go to create component set. Let's rename this as slider. Directions. After delay, we're going to change this one to this. 400 milliseconds. Even this one to this. After delay, 400 milliseconds. All right. Now if I use this element inside one of my frames, so let's create a frame first. Put this in here. Let's play the frame. So it will change like that. So in order to make it more nicer, what you can do is go in here, remove the clip content. And if you want it to be like run like a loop, what you can do is you can connect this last element to the first one. So it will go over again and again like a loop.
Okay.
If so, if I replay this, will look like this. So this one, the last loop, I'm going to also add it after delay and make it 300 milliseconds. So you can play around with different animations and this all to make it
Right.
more nicer. So this is basically how you can do it. Create a
Okay.
slideshow.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a
All
lot.
right. Now, who else is there? Nitara, what was the question you had earlier?
Sir, in the sign-in page, the image didn't show in the preview, sir.
Okay. Can you share your screen, please?
Yes, sir.
All right.
This
Sorry.
part, sir.
All right. I requested screen control. Can you allow it?
Yes. Okay, sir.
Okay. So this one don't show up. Yeah, I can see the issue. The rectangle, this one is not inside your frame. So if we move
Okay,
it inside the frame, it will work. So can you move this particular rectangle 5 inside your sign in and sign up screen?
okay, sir.
Yeah. Can you do that now?
Yes, sir. It doesn't show though, sir.
Let me see. Is the image still there?
Yes, sir, this one.
Okay. So let me remove it again. 1 second. Can you undo it? I'm sorry. Control C.
Yes, sir, I'm trying, sir. It doesn't
Okay.
work.
All right. So let's take this element out from this. Can you? I will take the mouse control. Sorry.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Right. Can you put this rectangle 5 below frame 7?
Okay, sir.
So yeah. All right. Let me move it to our board. There's an easy thing that you can do actually. So what you can do is you can copy this rectangle 5 right here and go to your sign in and sign up page and paste it here. Oh, copy, paste here, and then print. It will be there. Is it okay now? Can you just check?
The profile doesn't show, sir.
Profile. Yeah.
I should
So
do the same thing then, right, sir?
yeah, you should do the same thing, and profile should be the uppermost element. So right now the
Okay,
image
sir.
is the uppermost, so that is why it's not showing up.
Okay, sir, because it's on the top, right,
Yeah,
sir?
yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you,
All
sir.
right. How about Maria? What was the question you had earlier?
It's how that personalized animations
Okay.
things.
Yeah. Can you show your screen and show me an example? Can't remember.
Can you screen my that?
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Animations like this, right? The infographic and so on.
yeah.
Okay. So let me share my screen and do a quick animation. It is similar to what we did earlier with the buttons and all, but I will do it right here as well. Okay. Now let's say we have a frame right here and another frame here. We have this rectangle in here, and so we have a star. And then I'm going to create another screen, but this time the animation will be, the star will be bigger and the circle will be smaller. So in order to create something like that, what you can do is in Figma, you have to go to prototype and create flow, and then connect first one to the second one and select after delay or whatever the option. If you want to trigger your animation on tap, or you can select on tap or while hovering. I'm going to use while hovering for this case, and I'm going to change animation, the navigate to frame 10. In the animation, we can put smart animate. So it will create the animation itself, for an example like this. So that is how you can create different animations. So if you select something else, let's say after delay, it will do the animation automatically like this. So if you want to loop it like we did earlier, you can connect this one to the first one and not on tap after delay. So it will continuously animate forever. Is it clear?
Yes.
All right. So we will take a quick break, and after 20 minutes, we will resume the session. Welcome back, everyone. All right. These are some 20 tips that you can follow in order to get a job in the UX industry. And also, if you are interested in doing freelancing, you can apply the same principles and get your freelancing projects as well. Okay, number one is build a strong portfolio. The first thing the recruiters or the hiring managers will ask you when you try to get a job in the industry is to send the link to your portfolio. So that is how they assess your design skills and how good you are, what are the projects that you have worked on. Is it a good fit for the opportunity that we have? So that is the only way that they can get to know about your designing skills. So in order to create a strong portfolio, you should have at least 2 to 3 projects already done. So number one is now you have done this capstone project for the assignment, so you can put it in your portfolio. And also, I invite you to do more projects. You can get projects from your friends. It can be a charity project, or even you creating a design solution for any existing problems that you may facing. It can be a banking application that you like to create. So as long as you create new designs, new user experiences, you can put them in your portfolio. So when you do the presentation, I mentioned now, when recruiters or hiring managers are interviewing you, they will ask you questions about your research process. How did you come into certain conclusions regarding your users or even your end users? What are the rationale behind selecting certain colors and so on? So you can mention all these in your case studies and create a portfolio based on those research findings. So that is the number one starting point, and it is a must if you want to build your career on UX or the UI industry. Number two is update your LinkedIn profile. So as you all know, nowadays, most of the companies are hiring people through LinkedIn. So if you don't have a sound or updated LinkedIn profile, it will negatively affect your job hunting process. Or even if you are a freelancer, if you have a good sound LinkedIn portfolio with all updated qualifications that you have, maybe with the UX certificate that you get after the course, or even the things you learn in platforms such as LinkedIn Learning, or even Coursera or any other platform, you can update your certifications and the things that you have learned, the skills that you have gained. And maybe you can, if you're working on a new project, if some client give you a good feedback, you can put it as a recommendation. And make sure to update your portfolio and also the LinkedIn profile if you are applying for a new opportunity in the industry. Next one is the get real world experience. So the capstone project we did here is not 100% real world experience. It is actually a scenario that I have given you, but you had to do the research and come up with a design solution to solve the problems people are facing. But I invite you to find some real world problems that people are facing. It can be a physical product or a digital product. For an example, in the presentation, I have this ketchup bottle right here. So if you into UI, the bottle, the glass bottle is nice and it is presentable, but in user experience wise, the bottle that we can squeeze is more uh, practical in order to take out whatever the things that we need. You can apply the same things in any other physical or a digital product and try to find solutions based on the UX, user experience, and the usability, and think in a user's perspective to find solutions to day-to-day problems we are facing. So I invite you to think like a UX designer. The first week I introduced you a new book called How to think like a UX designer, design of everyday things. So try to read that book. I have the PDF in our Google Classroom as well. So it will give you a good foundation to think like a UX designer and solve real world problems people are facing in day-to-day life. So that will make you experience and more advanced UX designer when you do more and more real world projects. Next one is network. So networking is also really important, not only in the design industry, even if you're working as a programmer or a software industry or any other domain. If you have a good network, let's say you lost your job for some reason. So if you don't have a good network, you don't have any leads to new opportunities. But if you have a good network of friends in the industry, you can ask them for job opportunities. You can send them your CV and get to know what are the jobs that they are in their company that are available and so on. So building a network is also important. You can build a network by attending to career events, or even there are online events that you can discuss UX with your colleagues or the experts in the industry. So that is how you build a network among designers. Next one, familiarize yourself with web development. So most of the companies, even if they advertise as only design job opportunity, for an example, UX designer or a UI designer, there's a advantage for people who have web development uh, knowledge as well. At least if you have HTML, CSS, and JavaScript knowledge, it will be helpful for you to find a job in the industry. And when comparing to the person who only have design background, if you have all these web development and technical skills, it will be really beneficial for you and advantage for you to find a job in the industry. So at least make yourself familiarized with HTML, CSS, the styling language, and also some part of JavaScript. And if you want to learn further and if you want to look for more opportunities, you can get familiarize yourself with frameworks such as React.js, Vue.js, AngularJS, and so on. So that will give you good advantage. So let's say you are not only looking for a permanent job and you are into freelancing as well. So most of the time when you do freelancing, this has happened to me as well. The designers, the client, if you do a good design, they will ask you to code it as well. So if you have good coding knowledge, if you like coding and if you like to bring your designs to life, it is a good advantage for you as well. So you can earn some extra money, and also you can get an advantage when comparing to other people if you have a good web development skills, at least the three languages that I mentioned. All right. Next one, give up thinking you are an imposter. So when I started off my career, I also thought that my designs are not that good. So I compared my designs with the designers who have 10 to 15 years of skills, but that is not going to do any good for you. So always make sure to compare your earlier designs to your designs nowadays. For an example, when you start off this design course, you know that you haven't had much experience in Figma. And now you know how to create a design, how to create a prototype, at least the basic level knowledge that you have. So you can compare yourself to 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago and not to the someone with 10 to 15 years of experience, because it will disappoint you. So the only way that you can move forward and learn is to compare yourself and try to learn something new every day. So it will give you uh, it will make you a good UX designer. Don't give up on the hunt. So when you apply for opportunities, there are most of the time you will get rejected. As a starter, even if I apply for few opportunities now, I will also get rejected. So that is a normal thing. So you have to make sure and understand they are not rejecting you personally. They are only rejecting your profile because your profile is not matching for the opportunity that they are having in the company. So don't take it personally. and take it gracefully and move forward and apply for more and more job opportunities. And finally, you will find something that matches your profile in a company that you like to work. So don't give up the hunt even if they continuously reject you in job opportunities. Number 8, ask for feedback. So as a UX designer, getting feedback and get them gracefully and not taking them personally is a good skill to have. So even when you start off your career, always try to get feedback for your designs from your team members and even from the actual users. And most of the time, people give you critical feedback. So always ask for the critical feedback. So that if people are just, I'm sorry, saying that your design is not nice, ask them why. So that is how you can gather critical feedback and make sure not to take it personally. So at the end of the day, everyone in the team, everyone in the company want to build a successful project or the product. So that is why these people are giving you feedback, and don't take them personally, and do the changes according to their feedback, and make sure to get more and more feedback in your whole UX design process as a UX designer. So that is the one of the most important things as UX designers that you can do: get feedback and improve your design to build a successful product. Next one is don't get greedy. So when you apply for a job opportunity or when you apply for the freelancing jobs, after some time, let's say after 1 or 2 years, you get to know that from your clients or from the co-workers that your designs are improving. Your designs are good. You get good feedback. So that from that time onwards, most of us will try to like up our pricing for freelancing projects. We will charge more. Even when we do the salary negotiations, we will ask for more. So don't get greedy when you think that you can design. Uh, be continuous and gradually increase your pricing when you think that you are a good designer. So don't get greedy is another thing if you want to find a good job opportunity in the industry as a starter at least. Next one is attend hiring events. So attending hiring events is also really important, especially if you're a student. There can be open days, there can be industrial events where you can meet industry experts and ask them about the opportunities they have. And if you're looking for some other job in like job in some other country, specifically Singapore or any other country, they have these hiring events. In Sri Lanka, we don't have much hiring events, but in the campuses and the universities, they have industrial events. So you can attend one of these and get to know about the opportunities and the industry standards. What are the latest trends, and get to know people. You can network and get to know more people in the industry. So that will help you to land on a job that you like. Okay, next one is mentor another student. So when you learn something new, if you try to teach it to someone else with the understanding you have got already, it will help you to know about that subject more and more. So uh, please always try to teach something. If like, let's say for an example, you learn this UX, and if someone asks for your help, if someone asks for your feedback, tell them something that you have learned in the classroom or something that you have learned by reading a book or something, and mentor another one, and it will give you a better knowledge. It will improve your knowledge in that particular subject as well. So mentoring another student is also a good thing that you can do in order to become a better UX designer. Next one, keep a positive mentality. So even when you apply for a job opportunity, as I mentioned earlier, there will be rejections. So if you don't have a positive mentality, you will give up when they reject you for a few times. So let's say you got through somehow in the hiring process, but after uh, going to work also, there will be so many things that you have to negotiate. For an example, you have to work with certain people. you might get some critical feedback. Some people might say that your designs are not nice. And then sometimes you have to work on projects simultaneously. Let's say you have to work from 8 in the morning up for so many hours. So you have to make sure keep a positive mentality and don't take any feedback personally, and try to improve the design and also try to improve yourself as a designer. If you apply for a job in a company and they ask you to work from let's say 8 and even during the night time, so that is not a good job. It is not beneficial for you as an individual, and also it will affect you negatively as well. So always make sure to find a job in the industry, and it should match your expectations and your values as well. So keeping a positive mentality is also really important. Increase your network. So you have to make sure, even though if you're not applying for any opportunities, most of us, what we do is when we applying for opportunities, we increase our network. We try to attend hiring events, we try to add people on LinkedIn, or even we chat with certain friends. So but after we get an opportunity, after we land on a job, we forget about this. We don't try to increase our network. So don't do that when you find a job opportunity. Please try to increase your network more and more. It will be helpful for you, even if you don't looking for job or opportunity. It will help you to get to know these people, and if there's any opportunity arise, if there's anything that you don't like about your job, you can quickly get another opportunity and work for some other company. So increase your network is also important. Job shadow. So when you start off your career as a UX designer, you you don't have a proper idea about what UX designers do, senior UX designers do, UX architects do. So one thing you can do is a job shadowing. In the job shadowing, what you can do is if you as a UX designer, junior UX designer, you can observe senior UX designers in your company and what they do in daily basis, what are the practices they follow. And even if you're working as a freelancer, YouTube is a good platform that you can search for terms such as day of a life of a UX designer, or day in the life of a interaction designer, and so on. And they will it will give you a proper idea what you have to do if you become a UI and UX designer or an interaction designer in the future. So job shadowing will give you an idea about what you have to do if you get an opportunity. And the next one is don't be afraid. So when we apply for an opportunity, let's say you want to apply for certain company and you think that you are not that good to apply for this particular company. So don't be afraid to apply to any company. So even if you try to apply for any uh, top class companies in Sri Lanka or any other country, if you have a sound portfolio, if you have a good designs in your sleeve, you can apply for any company. And don't be afraid when you apply, or even you get a job, don't be afraid to work in a particular project. For an example, people will tell you that your designs are not nice, or even they will give you feedback uh, regarding your designs, and they will ask you to work faster. And anytime, please make sure to rationalize and tell them that this particular task will need this particular time to complete. And don't be afraid to anyone, and make sure do yourselves make sure to create your designs uh, with full freedom. So don't be afraid as a designer when you get a job, or even when you try to apply. Next one, don't sink your teeth in the first piece of meat. So when you apply for few opportunities and you get few rejections, and the next opportunity, let's say you get two rejections and the next one came in and you took this opportunity, but it doesn't allow like match with your profile, or even you don't like this particular company. It don't align with your values, or you don't like their working culture, working ethic. So make sure not to settle in that company, or don't take that like job opportunity if you don't like, because at the end of the day, we all working for our own satisfaction, or if we don't get any happiness or anything from our job, it is not a good career. So always make sure to find a job that matches you as an individual and also value your personal life. And if they're asking you to work during like weekends or night time, it is not a good healthy environment to work on. So make sure to find a good opportunity and a company that value you as an individual as well. Next one, be honest. So not only in the UX industry, as a good practice, we have to be honest, especially when you, as a UX designer, when you create a portfolio or when you create designs, don't try to copy other people's design. You can get inspirations from these designs and do your own designs independently. And also, when you apply for an opportunity, uh, uh, I see that most of the UX designers starting of their career, they put other people's designs in their portfolio. So as hiring managers, when we interview these people, we get to know that these people don't have this much of knowledge. These people don't have this much of experience to do this kind of a design. So always make sure to only put your own design. You can get inspiration, you can follow these people, and you can get motivation, and you can get design ideas, and you can follow latest design trends by following industry experts, but don't try to copy and uh, show it as your own work. So be honest when you do the designs as well. Number 18 is know your strengths. So if you reflect your like uh, things that you have learned, if you are good in graphic designing, if you are good in interviewing people, if you are good in interaction designing, you can improve on that particular path. Let's say, for an example, you have good interpersonal skills, you can interview people, you can ask good questions, and you have good statistics skills as well. So then you can be a good UX researcher. And if you have good visual designing skills, you are good with colors, typography, and graphic design, then you can become a visual designer. So get to know your strengths and focus on one area that you think that you like and you have more strengths in, and it will give you good opportunities, and it will uh, take you to the place that you want to be in 5-10 years. So know your strengths is also really important. Number 19 is do as much UX related stuff as you can. So whenever you get a project or opportunity, you can work on a UX project. But if you don't have any projects right now, please try to learn more and more about UX. For an example, you can follow certain YouTubers. I have added some YouTube channels on our Google Classroom. So you can follow those YouTube videos and get to know about what these people are doing when they try to solve problems that people are facing, what are the practices they are following, what are the industry standards, what are the new things that in the UX design industry that you can learn, and always try to apply these to the designs that you do. It can be a actual project that you work on, or it can be a portfolio project that you want to put on your portfolio. Anything you can you can apply your UX skills and do much UX related stuff you can in order to become a successful UX designer. And finally, when you put so much of effort to the things that you have learned and you uh, became a good UX designer, and make sure to wear your drive on your sleeves. So that means if you complete some kind of a program, or if your client said that your designs are nice, make sure to uh, get it as a transcript or a review and put it in your LinkedIn profile, or even if you into freelancing on your Upwork profile and so on. And that is the only way that people know that you are a good designer. Otherwise, they won't know. So those are the 20 tips that I can give you to become a successful UX designer. And even if you're looking for new job opportunity, you can follow the same things. and get UX designing projects and even land on a job. All right. So now we have about 30 minutes. So if you have any questions regarding anything that we learned during the classroom or even regarding your presentation, you can ask now.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Actually, it's as a UI designer, how we start before get a decision, or after designing what's going on in the industry, in the overall.
Okay. Your question is how to start off as a designer, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So if you if this is your first UX course, what you can do is I invite you to do more UX related stuff. So you can get an ideas from, let's say for an example, you can get a project from one of your friends. It can be creating a website design, or it can be a creating mobile application and so on. So after you get this project idea, or if you don't get any projects, that is also okay. What you can do is you can solve a problem that you are already facing. Let's say for an example, you don't like the banking application that you are using. You know that you can improve the user experience of this application, and what you can do is you can create a concept design by following up and try to solve the problems that you are facing. So after some time, let's say for an example, you have 2 to 3 projects that you can be proud of, that you can put on your portfolio. Then you can go to website like Dribble or Behance and create a portfolio there and write a story. I prefer you to write a case study, because most of the time by just putting as a starter, by just putting images or the screen grabs won't be enough. So try to tell a story about what is the problem that you are trying to solve. What are the, let's say for an example, what is the solution that you are giving? And how is your UX design process? So users or the recruiters will get a proper idea if they follow up and get to know about you and what is the process you follow. So after have like 2 or 3 designs in your portfolio, you can start applying for opportunities. So you can go to LinkedIn or even in Google, you can search UX designer, and based on your location, let's say in Colombo, and it will show you some job description. So if I search for opportunity right now, so if I go to this particular advertisement of IFS, you can read the full job description and understand who, what kind of a person are they looking for. So you should have
So
user.
your screen is, I think, still sharing the
All right. So
presentation.
I'm sorry. Okay. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay. So these are the things that they are looking for when they're hiring a new candidate for UI and UX designer position. Try to read it and understand what are the qualifications that you have and what are the things that you don't have. And if you don't have some of these qualifications and you think that you are a good fit for this opportunity, you can still apply, but you have to make sure you study some of the areas that they have mentioned in the job description as well, because they will ask you in the job interview. And there can be more job opportunities if you try to search, and even in LinkedIn, if you search, there will be more opportunities than here in Google. So try to apply for more jobs. So make sure, as I mentioned in the presentation as well, to have a good sound portfolio before you apply. So when you write your CV or the resume, make sure to add your portfolio link there. So that is the only way that they get to know about your designs. So that is how you can get started. And regarding the interview process, if they like your profile, they will contact you. The initial screening will be with the recruiter, and then there will be some technical interviews. They will give you some assignment to do, regarding the design. It can take up to 1 week to complete this kind of design. And after that, if you present them with a good design, they will come back and continue the interview process and finally hire you. So that is the normal interview process in a software or a UX company. Is it clear? Is there anything else that you want to know?
No, sir, it's clear. Thank you.
All right. Anyone else? Any questions?
I have one, sir, just to understand something. This was my first time learning about this subject. In the real world, now say if someone says, okay, I need to create a app. When the project is given, once you start developing the app, do you have to also create for tab and desktop also, or you just give the client, okay, he has asked for an app, you do the app design on the mobile version and you show them how does it work like in the real world?
Okay, good question. So based on the requirement, let's say the client is asking to create a website. So in the website, you have to create all the designs. So for an example, you have to first start off with the mobile design and then tablet and then desktop design. So you have to give all these designs to your front-end developer, and it is your responsibility as a UX designer to create designs for different device sizes. So you have to create uh, designs for all screen sizes if it is a web designing project. But if it is a mobile development project, you can only create it for mobile, or if it is available on tab, you have to create it for tab as well. So it is actually based on the requirement, but as it is your responsibility to create all the designs and all the design elements and give them to the front-end developer. Is it clear?
Meaning that say when you approach a client, you first do the design on the mobile, then you get the approval and then you transfer all those files to the other devices, or you all use different like softwares to convert them.
Uh, no. So when you get a requirement, you first have to follow the whole UX process where you have to create wireframes and feedback and everything. So let's say you have done all these, and then we do something called mobile first design. The first thing we do is we create mobile design. So that is the number one thing. So for an example, most of the web traffic nowadays are coming from mobile devices, more than 70%. So that is why we are designing for mobile first. So you input all the necessary elements in mobile devices and create the mobile design and get some feedback on this design. So after getting some feedback, let's say for an example, they ask you to change certain things and you have fine-tuned your design. I'm talking about the visual design, not the wireframes. The wireframes are already done, let's assume.
Yeah.
And then you have a good idea about what these people are looking for. And based on their feedback, you can do changes to your mobile design and again fine tune it and send it to feedback. So after some time, it will be finalized. Then you can move on and start off with the tab and also the desktop design. Because in user experience wise, if you optimized your design for mobile device, most of the time, you don't have to work much on the tablet or even desktop. But
Okay.
in some cases, there are some companies that basically focused on a desktop device most of the time because there will be so many functionalities and so on. It can be a administrator application. So in that cases, you have to make sure you get feedback for all three screen sizes as well. Is it clear?
So then if it's a mobile app, now for for assignment, we just randomly chose an iPhone 15 Pro frame.
Yeah.
Does that mean now, say, if for Android, for each frame we have to frame size we have to do visuals, or we select one frame size and it's applicable to anything? How does it work?
Yeah, it is applicable to anything, but as a good practice, let's say for an example, if I go to website like Tailwind,
My question is there a set frame, a mobile frame that everyone uses, or they just go with whatever on Figma, the sizes? How
Yeah,
does that?
these are the minimum width sizes for any device that use nowadays. So 650 pixels, 768. So you can use one of these small design. So if your application have versions for both Android and iOS, you have to design it in both. For an example, in some cases, let's say if I select Android large, the screen resolution of it is much smaller when comparing to the newest Apple device. So in that case, you have to make sure you create a design for at least widely used devices, iPhone or iPhone 15 or iPhone 13, and even Android Pixel phone, or even any Android device that widely used. So most of the time, when you gather requirement, or when you gather requirement about your users, you get to know what kind of devices these people are using. So ideally, when you ask these questions, you should ask them what kind of a device you are using, what is your daily drive phone. So based on their feedback and the research that you have done about the competitors, and when you read their Google Play Store, Apple App Store feedback, you get to know about the devices most of the people are using. So make sure to create designs for all these devices if you want to create a successful UX project. But if you only create this kind of design for the Apple iPhone 14 or 14 Pro Max, the developer will find it hard to like scale down some of the elements to match other devices. So in that case, you have to help him with the designs for the smaller screen sizes as well. That is the normal procedure that we do in the industry. Is it clear?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Any more questions? Samudi, any questions?
No, sir, I'm good.
Okay. Nitara?
Sir,
Yeah, go ahead, Maria.
yes, I heard some of it, this version are not support to this app. Sometimes we heard this app before the latest phone only are available. Those kind of decision how it's
Yeah.
get.
So you mentioning that when you try to download an application to your device,
Yeah, yeah.
the messages, yeah. So most of the time when like if the application is not up to date, it is not the concern of the UX designer, but the developer who launched the application. So he might have to update the libraries or the front-end development or the database libraries and make sure it is up to date and compatible for any devices. So that is not much of UX designers concern, but if there's any design overhaul, or if you want to revamp the design, it is UX designer's responsibility. Is it clear?
Yes. Sir.
Okay. How about Netara? Any questions?
No, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So, any more questions? If you have, you can ask now. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap up the session. All right. So, we have 10 minutes. So what I'm going to do now is I will go through your individual project submissions, and I will add some feedback on Google Classroom. So you can expect adding feedback by the end of this week. Give me 1 week, so I will add some good like detailed feedback where you can improve your designs and publish them in your portfolio. So even after you complete this project, if you like course, if you have any questions regarding UX or UX design career, you can send a message in Google Classroom. Sorry, not Google Classroom, WhatsApp message through WhatsApp group. And I will try to answer any of the concerns that you have as a UX design. So it is really nice to work with you all. I can see that there's a good improvement in designing, and also think like a UX designer and try to improve your design skills. And please read the book that I suggested you. That is the one thing that you can do to start off your career as a good UX designer. And that is all from my end. I hope you become good UX designers and create good user experience in the future. Have a nice day then. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you
sir.
so much, sir.